Hi guys! Today I have something really exciting for you in support of the Rugrats Reboot, which is coming to Paramount Plus on May 27th. I was able to speak to some of the voice cast. Now, there are going to be 3 separate videos from 3 different interviews. Unfortunately, the way that the interview went is, well, they took audio and they took a screenshot, but they did not provide video. However, I have the full audio for you guys here. It is a lot of fun because you get to hear the actors really slipping into the voices, and sometimes they have discussions back and forth in the voices. It was so much fun and an absolute blast to be a part of. And I hope you guys enjoy this interview. Let me know down below in the comments if you like this format. Like I said, unfortunately, they did not send the video, but I wanted to make sure I still put the interview out for you guys. So let me know your thoughts. If it's your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the content, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Now, just for reference, if this is your first time here, most of the time when I post interviews, they are not audio only. They are full video. So just keep that in mind. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. In this interview, I chat with E.G. Daly, who voices Tommy Pickles, and Cheryl Chase, who voices Angelica.
Any similarities between you and the characters?
Oh, well, for me, I don't know if I have any similarity with my character because she's a little bossy little girl and I'm kind of nice and demure. But Angelica is very outspoken and very flamboyant. So, and I'm not that.
No, you're actually really sweet, Cheryl.
Oh, thanks, E.G.
Yeah, and I'd have to say, I would say there are a lot of things about Tommy that I relate to. He's very loving and he's a leader and he roots for everyone and he just wants good things to happen. And I would have to say that I'm that way too. He likes animals and I'm a big animal activist. And I feel like there's a lot about Tommy that I just really relate to. And yeah, I just feel like there's a lot there.
And he's really cute when he waddles. When he waddles, when he walks, he waddles.
Yeah,
it's adorable.
Yeah. When I waddle, I'm really cute too. I'm just kidding.
So what is it that you would like your audience goers to learn from your characters?
Let's see, from Angelica. Like what would I want my audience to learn from Angelica?
Yes.
Oh, okay. To be wary because she can dole out the bold-faced lies and the snarky insults, so you got to be careful. And she likes to create all kinds of crazy schemes. But this is all with the babies. With the adults, she likes to be sugary sweet.
I would say for Tommy, rephrase the question again. I just want to make sure I'm right on point.
What would you like audience goers to learn from Tommy?
Well, I think what they've always been learning from Tommy, which is that he speaks his mind. He doesn't necessarily have to follow everyone too. He's a risk taker. So like Angelica might say something, but then at the end of the day, he's always going to do what he feels is the right thing. And so I think that, if anything, is to really follow what feels right to you and not just follow the pack and then bring the pack with you because you're following your heart. And that's no other better direction.
What about this version of Rugrats feels different for you and excites you to reprise the roles once again?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, E.G. Go ahead.
Oh, go right ahead.
Okay. Well, what feels different for me is watching it in CG, in 3D, because everything is so much, it's very vivid and very tactile. You want to reach into the screen and touch them or chew on them because they look like the babies, they look rubbery, their skin, and you want to just eat them up, And the colors are so vibrant, and it adds to the I think with this the CG animation, it allows the emotions to come through more than the original series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree totally. The animation is incredible. Like if you see the carpet looks so vibrant, and mud looks like mud, you know, they love mud, and now the mud looks like mud, and water looks like water. It just looks like a really rich, beautiful, like it looks like a giant Pixar feature or something, you know, it just looks
Mhm.
incredible. But also the adventures and everything get so much more expansive, the points of view, and like you can see a scene, and in the window of the scene you're seeing a gloomy day and rain hitting the window, and everything is just so tasteful and beautiful. But also just the characters are just a little bit more defined without losing any. They brought everything back from the olden days, and today they're bringing them all back, only now you're just getting to know them even deeper, and the adventures can go even crazier with the new animation. So
Mhm.
it's pretty much just like over the top incredible Rugrats this time around.
Hey ladies, Tessa Smith with mamasgeeky.com. Huge Rugrats fan. Love Rugrats, grew up on Rugrats, now so excited to share this new version with my kids. But what excited you both about coming back into these iconic roles?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Like what? Like to take a character that was monumental and globally so incredible, that reached every family. Every family got to enjoy Rugrats, the parents, all the adults. Because I'm a mom too, and I had to watch a lot of bad shows with my kids. Like I'm here just like, oh my God. But Rugrats was one of those shows we all as mom got to watch with our kids, and there was so much humor for the adults. So it just feels like, oh my God, it just feels like an incredible opportunity to recreate something that, as I like to say, it's like going to a family reunion where everybody loves each other, and then only nobody's moving back, they're staying there. And to just completely recreate that family thing in the same town again. So that's what it feels like.
Yeah, could you repeat the question again so I can hear what it was?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just how does it feel to be back into this universe, basically, of Rugrats and reprising your role?
Oh my gosh, it's mind blowing because it's exciting to know that. Well, I think the show's going to be a huge, huge, huge success, and I really feel that the kids of today are going to embrace it, and the parents of the kids are going to embrace it, and so it's going to be really fun to see their reactions because we've been living with this for 3 years, making this cartoon, and now the world is going to see it, so it's going to be a big, huge baby love fest.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just curious. I think this is the 30th anniversary year of Rugrats. So, starting back when the show originated, did you ever think you would still be making Rugrats 30 years later?
No, no.
Um,
Oh, did you go first, EG? Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, then.
Oh, okay. No, actually, I remember when we were first doing this show, like the first season, we didn't think that the show would make the second season. We only thought it was going to be first. So, it went on to be this big global phenomenon because it's just such darn good writing and it's so family oriented. There's families all over the world going through the same experiences that the Rugrats are. So it's very relatable and very embraceable.
Yeah. What was it? Rephrase the question again one more time for me.
Was just curious if when you started this show back in the 90s, you ever thought you would
Yeah,
be doing
got
it
it. Okay.
30 years later.
Yeah, we've got to circle back to the question. So, yeah, when, like Cheryl said, when we first started doing it, we were all just so new, and it was a new show, and then all of a sudden they'd be like, "Oh, we're winning an Emmy," and then we'd be like, "Really?" And then they'd be like, "Oh, we're doing another season." We'd be like, "Really?" And it just kept like, I think we were all kind of very humbly surprised all the time. We knew it was a great show, but you never know, right? You just never know what's going to blow up. And this just kind of kept unfolding slowly over time. So we all just kind of grew with it and rode the wave with it. So it never felt like anything crazy. And then it started to become like, now we're doing a feature. Now we're winning another Emmy. Now we're doing another feature. And it just started to blow up. Then cut to years later, and they say we're going to reprise it, we're going to reboot, we're all just like, oh my God, because we love the show as much as moms love the show, as much as kids love the show, as much as families love the show. We're all the same way. So we get to actually be part of this incredible thing today, years and years and years later, 30 years later. Incredible.
I know we can't talk any spoilers, but what fun things will fans see for your characters this season?
Well, for Angelica, she gets to turn into a werewolf in the Halloween special.
And also, you get to see Grandpa Lou now as a hippie, like from the Woodstock era. And also, you get to see the parents are all kind of millennials, so they're dealing with like cell phones and dating apps. How cool is that? That we get to go from Rugrats back then to like Rugrats today in our time. Instagram, we don't know exactly the specifics. We can't tell you, it's a secret shoot. But you know, all this really cool new stuff, like millennial parents with millennial like cell phones and all that. So it's really just going to be so much fun, you guys. I think the basic essence of the whole Rugrats is like original. The only thing is it's just been bumped up a lot of notches, right? It's been because is that what you're saying? I mean, just like in general, you're still going to have the adventures. You're still going to have things from the baby's point of view. You're still going to have the relationships between all of them. They're a little bit more defined now, but it's also just been bumped up to such a supersonic level as far as the animation, the CGI, and what they can do with that. So does that answer your question?
I mean, one thing that does stay the same is the general themes of each episode, which is family
Right.
and friendship and imagination that was in the original series. That still is in the reboot as well. So so that's why it feels familiar because of those themes that the parents all and the kids all relate with.
And most importantly, Angelica's still a little bit mean.
She's always going to be mean, especially to you, Tommy.
So you obviously are both reprising your roles, but if you could be a different character in the Rugrats universe, which character would you be?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I would want to try to be Angelica.
And I think I want to kind of be Tommy because I want to know what it feels like to be a goody goody.
And I want to know what it feels like to be mean sometimes.
It's very freeing, I must say.
Who gave you your big break in the voiceover industry?
Oh, great question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Do you want to go first, Gigi?
Sure, I'll go first. I was doing a play called Tansy at the Roxy in Los Angeles. It was a little play, and it moved to an Equity Waiver Theater. And I played a character who had to be a different age each round of the play. I played a female wrestler. So first round I was a baby, and then 5, and then 10. And somebody saw me at that play and heard my voice and heard that I could age my voice like a child. And he said, "You're really good at children's voices, and you should be doing this." And I was like, "Really?" And then my first audition for a cartoon was Tommy Pickles on Rugrats. Is that what the question was? Yeah, I got sidetracked. Was that what it was? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, and as far as like giving me my big break, I was doing a lot of different random cartoons, guest starring on Hanna-Barbera things, and doing different Japanese projects. My big, what I'm excited to say is that I started out doing My Neighbor Totoro. That's a little Japanese. It has a big cult following, and I played the baby, the little girl May. This is before Angelica, so it has a big cult following, and that's where I kind of got my start in cartoons.
Who would you like as a guest appearance?
Meryl Streep.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one. Who would I like to? Oh, there's so many to choose from.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh,
Right?
I would like Emma Thompson and Dustin Hoffman.
Eminem.
And let's see, who else?
Snoop Dogg.
I can't think. Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
Vince Vaughn, definitely. Who else? Anybody from Downton Abbey.
Okay, here's a good one. Brad Pitt.
What's your favorite episode? Do you have one? For both.
Oh yeah, my favorite episode. Oh golly, there's so many of them. I like particularly the one. It's called The Trial, where Angelica breaks Tommy's clown lamp, and she wants to pin it on the other babies. So she has a mock trial where Tommy's the judge, and she's going around and prosecuting, Phil and Lil and Chucky, and she's trying to get them to admit that they broke the clown lamp.
There she goes, bossy boots again.
Yes, indeed.
Love that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. That was a great one. I also really like the one where Tommy really was loving being naked. I like being naked. I like that. And I really like the specials, like the Passover special. I mean, I'm Jewish, and I learned a lot of things from that. So I think they showed a lot of beautiful things about the different cultures, the different religions, and they really put a little spotlight on everybody, so we all get to experience different things. So I really liked all those.
Hey again, ladies. So Tommy always has his trusty screwdriver with him, and I want to know what is something you both cannot live without that you would have to hold on to.
Trusty screwdriver. I cannot live without my dogs. I love my dogs.
I used to have pets. I don't have any pets anymore, but I have a stuffed bunny rabbit that I used to have when I was little, and I keep him with me now. I keep him on my dresser drawer, and I swear to you, my inner child really believes that I'm not alone in the house when I have my Binky Bunny by my side.
And I don't have to say my kids too, but I'm going to change it too, because those are my kids and my people. But I would say, I think it's really hard to be without my phone. That drives me crazy about my phone.
If you can only choose one, a Reptar bar or Reptar cereal, which one are you going for?
Reptar cereal.
Cereal. I'm a 4:00 cereal girl.
Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.